Messi in the MLS. Intro. Picture this. The greatest footballer in the history of the game, 7 Ballon d'Or awards, a World Cup winner, a legend at Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain. Choosing to play in a league that 10 years ago nobody in Europe took seriously. Many called it a disguised retirement. Others called it a betrayal of elite football. But what Lionel Messi did in Major League Soccer shocked the entire world. Today, on this channel, we tell the full story. Introduction. Lionel Andres Messi was born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina. A small, quiet kid who, with a ball at his feet, could do things no coach had ever seen before. You already know his story. 20 years dominating world football, first through Barcelona's academy, then conquering everything there was to conquer in Europe. But this story doesn't begin at the Camp Nou. It begins on June 7, 2023, when Messi announced that his next destination would be Inter Miami CF in Major League Soccer. The decision, when the news was confirmed, the football world split in two. Some applauded the boldness of bringing the beautiful game to a huge, untapped market. Others, especially in Europe, raised an eyebrow. Messi in the MLS. Seriously? Many read it as a retirement dressed up as a transfer. Cristiano Ronaldo had gone to Saudi Arabia for the money. Was Messi going to America for a rest? The reality was something else entirely. At that point, Inter Miami was one of the worst teams in the league. They sat at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. The club, co-founded by David Beckham, had ambition and enthusiasm, but no results. Nobody expected the arrival of a 36-year-old to change everything. And yet, that is exactly what happened. The debut in the Leagues Cup. Messi made his official debut on July 21, 2023, in a Leagues Cup match against Cruz Azul. He came off the bench in the second half. The DRVPNK stadium was packed to the rafters. The anticipation was enormous, and Lionel Messi, freshly turned 36, scored a direct free kick in the 94th minute. 2 weeks in the league. First game, first goal. That was how Messi arrived in America. What followed was a display that nobody had anticipated. In the Leagues Cup, a tournament that pits MLS clubs against Liga MX sides, Messi was simply unstoppable. 10 goals in 7 games. Decisive assists. Matches decided single-handedly. Inter Miami, that team sitting at the foot of the table, won the tournament without losing a single game. And Messi was the best player in the competition. The whole world was watching. The impact on the pitch, from that moment on, everything changed. In the 2024 season, Inter Miami built a squad worthy of their star. Old Barcelona teammates arrived, Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets and Luis Suarez. The connection between them was instant and natural, as if they had never stopped playing together. Messi needed no adjustment period. His numbers in the MLS left the biggest skeptics speechless. In the 2024 regular season, despite missing matches through injury, the Argentine finished as one of the most decisive players in the entire league. His goals and assists per minute played ranked among the highest on the whole continent. But beyond the numbers, what set him apart was the level. Moves that had never been seen in the MLS before. Dribbles in the tightest of spaces. Outside of the foot passes that left defenders frozen on the spot. Stunning free kicks. Fans in stadiums across America were rising to their feet even when the opposition scored, because watching Messi live was a privilege nobody wanted to miss. The impact off the pitch. What Messi did for the MLS has no parallel in the history of American sport. In the days following his announcement, the MLS app became the most downloaded app on the entire US App Store, ahead of TikTok, Instagram and YouTube. Inter Miami tickets sold out within hours. Messi shirts flew off the shelves across the country. Apple TV Plus, which holds the MLS broadcasting rights, saw its subscriptions spike in a way nobody had predicted. Sponsors came flooding in. The biggest brands in the world wanted to be close to Messi. The economic impact of his arrival was estimated in the billions of dollars, spanning merchandising, television rights, stadium attendance and the global growth of the MLS brand. He was not just a footballer. He was a cultural phenomenon. Copa America 2024 and the injury. In the summer of 2024, Messi played the Copa America with Argentina on American soil. The tournament was the perfect stage. He played in the same stadiums where he performed for Inter Miami week in, week out. American fans who had only seen him in the MLS now watched him compete at the very highest international level. Argentina reached the final. Messi, however, suffered an ankle injury that forced him off the pitch in tears during the decisive match. It was one of the hardest moments of his career. Despite everything, Argentina won the Copa, and Messi, injured during the celebrations, lifted the trophy. The image traveled around the world. The injury kept him out for several months, and that absence proved something to the entire league. Without Messi, Inter Miami was a different team. His impact was not decorative, it was structural. The return and the hunt for the title. When he came back, Inter Miami picked up where they had left off. The club had grown, reinforced the squad, and for the first time in their history had a genuine structure capable of competing for the MLS title. The 2024 Supporters' Shield, awarded to the best team across the regular season, went to Inter Miami. The first title in the club's history, and Messi, whenever he was available, had been the engine behind that achievement. The playoffs, however, proved elusive. In the postseason, the team fell earlier than anyone expected. The feeling lingered that a squad with that much talent should have gone further. But nobody could deny what Messi had built in Miami in such a short space of time. Closing, some people said Messi was going to the MLS to quietly wind down his career. That it was the end of a glorious journey wrapped in American packaging. They were wrong. Messi arrived in the MLS and transformed it. He turned it into global news. He forced the world to look towards the United States. And he did it by playing football in a way that, even at 36 or 37 years old, was still different from everything else out there. Will he win the MLS Cup before he hangs up his boots? Will he keep performing at this level for another season? Time will tell, but what nobody can take away from him is this: Lionel Messi came to America, and America never looked at football the same way again. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Messi made the right call going to the MLS? Or would you have rather seen him finish his career in Europe? Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me which legend you want us to cover next. See you in the next one.